This is your chance to basically go have a smoke break, get stoned, vomit. You have 10 minutes for that one. So.
I do try in the week.
Ruin your day.
I have a friend who's 6'5" and carries a man bag. He's a large. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
Did you get a call? No, this is so unprofessional.
Let me do this a little bit better. Everybody, give a round of applause for Ryan McLaughlin.
Alright, I want to make sure.
And by the way, members of the band, go behind the stage. Surprised it's unprofessional.
You got dealt with.
Let's go.
Ready? Alright. I have a friend who's 6'5" and carries a man bag, as I was saying before. He's a large, bend over too far, and you'll have problems walking the next day, black man. We met in prison. He says, what's wrong with carrying a man bag? Other than being the first suspect at the scene of the crime, nothing. Being black wasn't enough for him. He needed to look like he was holding the evidence too.
Damn.
The man bag. For the African American who finds being black isn't hard enough. That should be their new product pitch. That or man bag. The Hispanic thanks you. He said, I'll just tell them it's my man bag, and I'm sure they'll let you go the moment they hear that. Michael Clark Duncan told us it wasn't a purse, it's a man bag. Call off the cavity search. Like calling it a man bag is going to make it look any manlier. If I went through the same mall we went into wearing this thing, I would not have made it to the entrance. I'd have been swarmed like it was a scene from the day the earth stood still. The only thing left to confirm my identity would be the empty bitch purse on the curb. No, go ahead, Mark. Tell him it was your man bag. I'm sure every large black man has one. The difference is this one belongs to you. No, go ahead, that's very believable. I'm sure every time Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre get together, it's always, hey, yo, Dre. If we gonna smoke some way, hell yeah, dog, go get the man bag. I was seeing the special on the show intervention they were having about inhalants. That means paint, paint thinner, dusting fluid, all my favorites. Used as a drug to get high. They showed these different people on there who were addicted. I saw them talking about this one girl who would go to the same store that I won't say the name of, but it rhymes with ball dart, every day to get the supplies she needed. Her habit was so bad she would call her mom from college to bring the duster bottles for her. I don't think you can do that with any other drug. Short of ecstasies that look like Flintstone vitamins, you're on your own. You know, you can't just call one day and be like, hey mom, that's great, listen. I'm making some spaghetti and I need some oregano for the sauce. My homeboy Garrett's got some, it just came in from Mexico. Italy's dry right now. I'm going to give him a call. It'll be in the mailbox, leave $30 under the mat, and don't look him in the eye. Or, hey Dad, I need some baby powder. No, don't go to CVS. My friend Stefano's going to loan me some of his in front of the cell phone kiosk he works at. It'll be in a small plastic bag. You make sure it's uncut and weighs exactly 3 grams, because I'm not getting fucked by that kid again. She ended up getting treatment and recovering, which is a good thing, but can you imagine the number of things she's going to have to avoid now? Because when you're an ex-alcoholic, you can't go to bars, it's a trigger. When you're an ex-cocaine addict, you stay away from Charlie Sheen. She's not going to be able to get her nails done anymore. Hey Jennifer, we're painting a room, want to join us? No, I can't. She's not going to be able to go into a Walmart again. Walmart was her dealer. Her walking into a Walmart is like walking into Keith Richards' house if you did anything. But on the bright side, think of all the chores she'll be able to get out of. She could relapse the next time she cleans. Hopefully the meth she's doing now will help her to avoid the temptation. They say being in love gives a feeling chemically similar to being on amphetamines. So when my girlfriend leaves me, I'll just start smoking crystal meth. It'll be like she never left.
Yeah!
Plus, I'll probably end up with less facial scars and a lot more of my sanity intact. Valentine's Day is going to kick ass. Finally, another reason to associate it with death. I'm not against doing drugs. The illegal ones, anyway. It's the legal ones that are really the problems. Stay the fuck away from Cialis. There were a lot of drugs I did. I tried my share of them, believe me. But there was one I did a lot. A good amount more than the others. And you know what? There was nothing wrong with it. There was nothing wrong with me. I was okay. I was relaxed. It made my day just a little less shitty, and that time that I took to relax helped me to work better too. Be it at school or work. Sometimes I would even go in high and do better. And I don't see any reason why it shouldn't be legalized. Who's with me? Weed, of course. Of course, you know they're the skeptics out there. Oh, it takes away your motivation. It'll kill your brain cells. You could develop a dependence on it. You shouldn't smoke it. Like it's gonna kill me. I think the country's missing out on a huge opportunity not legalizing crack. It's not a habit for me. I haven't had any urge to smoke in the 5 minutes I've been up here. I rarely have any before breakfast, and I've only tried to sell the old tattered clothes and trashy books I own on dingy street corners. Nothing that looks new. It can make you a little gay. When I run out, sometimes I'll have to suck a dick or two. But it makes an interesting story to tell. Hey Jim, what'd you do last week? I sucked a couple dicks. I ran out of crack again, and wouldn't you know it, I didn't have the money for more. Just when I was about to rob and murder a mother of 8, Deshaun called and was gracious enough to give me a discount after I got on my knees. I tell you what, there was more than one white substance I got that night. He called it a 2-for-1 special, so who's the real sucker, huh? Poor choice of words. But honestly, a lot of drugs would be okay if they were made legal and probably reduce the abuse rates. But the marijuana epidemic must be stopped. Keep that shit off the streets. No, I smoked weed. I smoked a lot of weed.
Pot smoking, yeah!
I smoked too much weed.
I'm a pothead.
I look at the effects of marijuana like I look at old age. You get wrinkles easier, your boobs start to sag, you get more forgetful, you get tired a lot easier, you wish you could get laid again, you use lotion regularly, you're always talking about things you did in the past, the only way to pass the time is by watching TV, you get more paranoid, the best part of your day are the meals you get, and sometimes you feel like you're dying even though you're not. And some people go crazy from it. That's all it is. It's like old age, it doesn't kill you, it just brings you a little closer to death. They say, I knew this girl who said her mom would get really mad when she got bad grades in conduct. It didn't matter how she did in her classes, that's just the reason for her being there. Talk about someone on drugs. I'd never stopped if I had a mom like that. She can do however badly she wants to in her classes, but if she gets a bad grade in conduct, that means she's been disrespectful. I'm sorry, but doesn't it seem like your priorities are a little out of whack?
I'm gonna punch that guy.
I never heard of someone getting a scholarship because they fucked up in all their classes, but their behavior was outstanding. Unless there's a community college award I'm not aware of. How would that go? What dean of any university in his right mind is going to accept a student with those credentials? Let's see, F in English, F in History, F in Science, B in PE, F in Math, Spanish. Ah, an A in Conduct. Approved. Welcome to Yale. You'll be a proud addition to the student body, Mr. Bush. I'm sorry, but if the world was going to end and I had to choose between a rude Stephen Hawking or a polite Regis Philbin to save me, I'm going with the asshole. Which brings me to my next question. What grade did Stephen Hawking receive in physical education? Imagine how brilliant he had to be in school. It must have been impossible to compete with a student like him. Even the Asians didn't have to do any work in that class. I'm sure he got all good grades in the subjects, but I imagine him to be a bit of a slacker when it came to one. And you know his parents got bummed out every time the report card came home. Stephen, you got A's in all your subjects but one. Your coach says you're not joining in. Why haven't you been participating?
Power planning. It's uncanny.
And if he was exempt, that's just not fair. What's that do for all the other kids' self-esteem? They live in England, so it's low enough already. They're getting crushed by this kid with exponentially better intelligence. At least let them have one class where they feel better than him. Work rate for me as the smart fat kid in school. Kept my ego in check. Oh well, it's England. The chimney sweep's got to come from somewhere. I found this interesting. They say Houston has a higher number of singles more than any other American city. Coincidentally, it also has the largest number of fat people. I'll let you figure that one out. That's like saying Detroit has a low murder rate because most of the bodies never show up.
What if me and Riley came in at the same time?
So who here likes sex?
Yeah!
I'm never going to be disappointed I got laid. That's always a nice bonus to any occasion. I think that's a big difference between men and women. We may have lays we regret, but we'll never regret getting laid. You know, I'm never going to think to myself the next day, damn, that party was great, but why'd that girl have to fuck me? I was having so much fun till Drunky McLovescock had to get all handsy. Finally, on a sad note, Amy Winehouse died a few months ago.
Over a year ago.
Over a year ago. It was a sad day, and I remember that day. Her family was deeply saddened. What a shock! Crack cocaine came on to make a statement. First, they'll miss her dearly, and they will not rest until the real killers are found. And then it left out dinner with Casey Anthony. Thank you, that's my time. I'm moving on. Now Danny and CIO!